let's see. We're going to go over the rules. Kirby's going to explain it to you. So let's begin the show.
Thank you. Good morning. How are all of you? I'm going to have to ask, if I can, that you have minimal discussion, conversation among you at the tables to keep it as quiet as you can so the candidates can be heard. Going to be heard. The rules are going to be very simple. 4 of the 5 candidates are here. We're going to ask a series of questions. I have a few questions from myself that are not on this list. We'll ask. We're going to start out with order with Doug Cloud, Bill Driscoll, Ike Eichner, and Jesse Young. And the first question, Doug will answer in order. Then we'll go to Bill, and then we'll go to Ike. So everyone will get their chance to be first. We'll rotate through. They'll have 1 minute to answer the questions. Now, who's my timer? My timekeeper. We have the cards right here. For yellow for 15 seconds and red for a minute. I'll also have my timer going. Gentlemen, if you're ending a sentence at 1 minute, I'll let you complete the sentence. If you're talking too much, we'll gavel the hammer and stop you. So we can move on. And folks, if they keep talking, here's what I'll do. I'm going to start clapping. You all stand up and applaud, and then they can't talk anymore. And then we'll time to stop, all right? That's the way we have to stop this, folks. We have a series of questions. We'll ask them. There will be no pre-statements. We're going to right to the question. But I want to take a minute, if I can, to kind of introduce and set the stage. You're looking, if Mr. Broadhead were here, you'd be looking at all of them. You're looking at one of the people that's going to be in Congress after November 6th right here today. Choose that person because this is our year. This is our year. This is our time. This is our hour. Our hour. Now, they can't win on their own, and I can't win as chairman of your party. I can't win either on my own, but together we can win. And this is really important for all of you to understand that you can't just shift the burden onto somebody like one of these gentlemen up here onto me and say, okay, you go do it. Or one of your club chairmen, or one of the representatives. You can't just say, go do it. We have to do it. Now, on November 7th, you're going to wake up to 1 or 2 headlines. Wednesday, November 7th, it's going to be Obama re-elected, Democrats stay in power, or Romney elected, Republicans sweep. What are you willing to do to make that happen? Everything? That means that last year, if you doorbell 3 precincts, we need to do 6 this year. If you have 1 coffee hour, I need to do 3. If you spend 1 night a week at the phone banks at the Victory Center, I need 3 nights a week. If you're at a $100 check, I need 2 or 3 or 500 this year. It's not going to be enough to wake up on Wednesday morning, November 7th, and say, I wish I'd done more. I wish I had not done A and doorbell the precinct instead. I wish I'd phone called that night. I skipped out because I was tired. I wish I'd written a check for an extra $100. It's going to be too late on Wednesday, November 7th to say that. We have 136 days to November 6th. You have it within your hands to shape the history of the world and to take America back. And if it's not enough to do it for you and your wallet and your investments and your business, do it for your kids and your grandkids. America is a very exceptional country. Our president doesn't understand that. I do. Because my grandparents on my mother's side came here from Poland to give their kids a better life. And my mom worked hard to give me a better life. And I've had a great life. And I want my kids to have an even better life, full of more liberty and more privilege and more opportunity than I had. But it stands on the brink of not happening because of debt and large government and the culture that's being undermined by the people in the White House today and the people in Olympia and the people in Congress and the state legislature. This is it. We cannot continue down this path. If you think Obama's bad, wait till you re-elect him. There will be no restraints on what he wants to do. He ignores the Constitution now as it is. He will have 4 years to really transform this country, and we'll be powerless to do anything about it. So from the top to the bottom, it's time to clean house. And we can do that this year. We can do that this year. So as you listen to these gentlemen up here, as you hear what they have to say, you decide which one you want to represent you in Congress. Decide 2 things. One, you're going to do everything you can to get one of them elected. Then after the primary, you're going to unite behind the one that wins and get them elected. All right? And give the 6th District a Republican congressman for the first time since 1964. All right? So, Abraham Lincoln, I'll just share this with you. One last thing, then we'll start. Abraham Lincoln in the summer of '64 thought he was going to lose the election because the war was going badly and it wasn't over, and there were thousands of young men being killed and maimed on the battlefields. There was no end in sight. And he used to go out and meet with the military. Because Lincoln loved the military. He loved what motivated these young men to volunteer to fight for their country. He respected them and loved them. He hated sending them to die. But that's what a president does. And he met with a group from Ohio in August 28, 1864, on the way back from the battlefield. Because back then you only sent it for 90 or 120 days, and these men had fulfilled their quota, their time. They're going home. He met with them and said this. He said, "Gentlemen, a lot of people don't understand what this war is about. That this war is about whether your children and my children shall enjoy the very same privileges and liberties that we have enjoyed as Americans." My friends, that's exactly what this election is about. Will your children and their children enjoy the very same privileges and liberties you have as Americans? There's only one person who can make that happen, and that's you. That's all of us together can ensure our kids have a better future. That's what November 6th is all about. So after you hear these guys, decide which one you want to support. I'm sure they can have you out doorbelling this afternoon. And then we have 136 days. Do everything you can to save this country. So when your kids ask you one day, "What did you do, Dad or Mom, or Grandpa or Grandpa?" you can say, "I made sure America was a better place for you. Not, I was too busy to give you what I have." We have to have the right answer for our kids. Because if it all goes to pot, one day they will ask. We're going to make sure we said we did everything we could to give you a better America. Gentlemen, you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Cloud, and then we'll go to Mr. Driscoll, Mr. Eichner, and then first question. Do you support a constitutional amendment requiring a balanced budget and how would you do it? Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes, I do. And how would I accomplish it? I would illustrate the reason.
Turn on the light. I can't do it back.
Oh, it's not on. Okay. Thanks, Dick.
Yes, I do support a constitutional amendment. Unfortunately, we are in a situation now where we have no control of the federal budget. The Congress is just drunk with power. They've taken your savings, the fruit of your labor, your efforts, and transferred them to themselves. And they'll continue to do that until we put real restrictions upon them. Balanced budgets work. They work at the state level, they work at the county level, they work everywhere. They work at the household level. We do have to get control of this budget once and for all, or we will drown in a sea of socialism, which of course seems to be the intention. We will fight back.
Thank you, Dad. Bill.
I also support a balanced budget amendment. I think it's critical that we have a balanced budget amendment to ensure that Congress does not, and our government overall does not spend out of its means. We've demonstrated, our Congress has demonstrated its inability to stay within its means, and it increases the deficit $1.4 trillion. We have to hold our own feet, the Congress's feet, to the fire. The best way to do that is through a balanced budget amendment.
Hi, I also would support a constitutional amendment for a balanced budget. It's not going to be easy. To get something like that done, we're going to have to struggle with a Senate that's probably going to continue to have the ability to block us. Because our opponents in the other party are not going to go easily down that road. And to that end, we need statesmen. We need people who have a diverse set of experience. We need people that have years and years of life experience and can speak intelligently and articulately about this issue to our opponents. Because we have to get some of them to come over to us if we're going to be able to do this. And so I would beg and I would say that someone with life experience, someone with diverse experience in engineering, accounting, and technology would be someone that could articulate that message on the air and convince people like Ronald Reagan used to do what the right thing to do is.
Mr. Young.
I'll give you 2 points. Certainly, yes, I do support the balanced budget amendment. I've signed the Cut, Cap, and Balance pledge. In terms of how do you affect this, I would give you 2 points. Number one, Mr. Eichner just spoke to it. You have to be able to reframe the argument so that the average person can win. The Democrats are great at trying to frame the argument in a way that we lose in 30-second sound bites. So you have to send someone back that can win in that regard. The second and most important thing that you have to do is you have to actually have the courage to play the constitutional provisions given to you in Congress. And right now we see leadership in Congress that is unwilling to play the card regarding the budget and to shut the government down if we don't actually get the budget balanced. And when you take that card out from underneath your sleeve, throw it on the table and tell Obama you're not going to play it, it's evident. They start kicking our butt at chess every day, and quite honestly, as a Republican, it's embarrassing to watch the Democrats beat us in the national dialogue over and over. You have to be willing to play that card. Newt did it in 1994 and shut the government down. What did we get? He got Clinton to balance the budget. That's how you do it.
Thank you. I was impressed. Everybody hit the minute. This is good. You're doing as you're told. I like that. All right.